Mga kuya, mga ate, magandang gabi po sa kanilang lahat. At the outset, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our National President for designating me to represent him in this induction and chartering of 6 clubs. I'd like to thank more particularly Kuya Nelson Sarapudin, our National President. Mga kuya, mga ate, I would like to congratulate each one of you for having joined the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles. I am sure you are not mistaken in joining this very prestigious fraternity, because this fraternal organization of ours is becoming a household topic now all throughout the country and even in the countries abroad. As mentioned earlier by Kuya E.R. Ejercito, we are almost 4 million now worldwide of membership. And that is expressed through your presence now. But it is not enough that you are here. It is not enough that we will be recruiting more members. I would like to remind each one of you that if we are going to recruit more members, see to it that the members that you have recruited are quality members. See to it that immediately after they are inducted as members of the Fraternal Order of Eagles, they will not just fade away. Because there are so many people who are joining fraternal organizations now in the different parts of the country that immediately after the induction, wala na, hindi na natin makikita. Dito, mga kuya, kailangan natin ang commitment sa bawat isa. Commitment in the sense that our country is experiencing the pandemic. Our country is prone to calamities, that our country has so many people who needs our help, so that the Fraternal Order of Eagles members are called to serve. We are called to serve our countrymen. We are called to help our President, Kuya Digong Duterte, to help his administration and the rest of the senators, congressmen, cabinet members, and other public officials that we have in the government. Mga kuya, we should not forget always that there are 4 guiding principles of our fraternity, and these are service, brotherhood, unity, and God and country. But I would like to rearrange this. I would like to put first the word unity, because we have to be united in order to serve our people, in order to express our brotherhood to all fellow being. And above all, we have to seek the guidance of our omnipotent God, so that the aims and objectives, the goals and objectives of our fraternity shall succeed. Mga kuya, mga ate, this fraternity needs your commitment, needs our commitment. Because without commitment, we cannot reach the goals and objectives that we aim for in this fraternity. Kailangan natin ang commitment. Ako mismo, mga kuya, mga ate, I came from a very far place. I have served this fraternal organization in 2006. But until now, I am still serving this fraternity. I have come to this place far away from home, under the threat of COVID. In fact, I have to go home by Monday, because by June 1, there shall be a lockdown in most of the parts of the country because of this pandemic. Our service, our commitment is now called for by our national leadership, by our government. We have to be agents of change. We have to be agents of giving information to our people because most of our people in the countryside now do not want to be vaccinated. How can we solve this problem now in our country if most of our people will not submit themselves for vaccination? Walang magagawa. I was informed by my son in Canada that they are almost done in Canada. Second dose. Kunti na lang ang natitira. That's why open na ngayon ang kanilang mga cities, the countryside, open na sila. Their economy is now slowly going up. Sa atin, if we cannot help our government disseminate the information of how and when our people could submit themselves for vaccination, then we will be going down and down and down until such time that our economy will collapse. Mga kuya, mga ate, I would like to admonish each officer of our clubs. Remember that we have our responsibility to the members of the club. We have recruited them to be members. We have taken their commitment to serve and help our people. But mga kuya, mga officers of this fraternal organization, kailangan din ng mga members ang commitment natin for our members. Let us not forget the welfare of our members. We have that responsibility of bringing up, of training, of imparting the basic knowledge of our fraternity and all the things that they need in order to exist, in order to become future leaders of our fraternity. In the same manner that you as members of this fraternity, you have to extend your help and support, cooperation to the members so that you can achieve the goals and objectives of your respective clubs. There is that symbiotic relationship between the officers and the members. Without that, then our fraternity will surely collapse. Mga kuya, mga ate, there are 4 virtues that we shall follow in the performance of our duties and in all the actions that we shall do in our community. First is honor. Honor, loyalty, integrity, and dignity. You had been oriented on the 4 basic I's of our fraternity. Alam na ninyo ang lahat ng gagawin dito sa ating organization. But above all this is your honor. You should be honorable, you should be a respectable member, not only of our fraternity, but also in the community. Remember that. Mga kuya, hindi na kailangan nagagawa pa tayo ng mga kalukuhan para mawala ang respeto, ang kumpiyansa ni ate sa atin. Nangyayari na ito sa iba't ibang bahagi ng Pilipinas, sa iba't ibang fraternity natin. Maraming mga kuya gumagawa ng mga kalukuhan without the knowledge of their ate. So, kung ginagawa natin yan, the next time we will be fooling around, ate will no longer give their confidence on you, on us. Di na tayo pwedeng gagala. Di na tayo pwedeng lumabas ng bahay dahil wala ng kumpiyansa si ate. And that's why we must be an honorable member of this fraternity. Aside from an honorable member, we should do our best in order that we will be respected by the people in our community. We shall be dignified members of the community. And above all, we should respect ourselves in order to gain respect from other people. Mga kuya, take note that the success and failure of a fraternal organization or any organization at that depends largely on the leader and the people surrounding them. Kailangan talaga ang strong leadership in order that our goals, our objectives can be achieved, and we will succeed in all endeavors that we will aspire for in our group, in our fraternal organization. A leader cannot demand more than what he can achieve for himself. A leader cannot demand from his members the things that he himself cannot do. You should always remember that. Mga kuya, especially the officers of our fraternity, you cannot be called a successful leader of this fraternity if you yourself cannot produce future leaders of your clubs. So that each and every member of these fraternities that we have now chartered and inducted must endeavor to train, to make group sessions, to educate, and achieve, impart to the members the basic knowledge that they wanted, they seek to achieve for themselves. Because leadership is learned, leadership can be imparted. Mga kuya, what is important now is from your fraternal organization, you have to produce a leader. You must produce a leader to succeed you once you fade away from this organization. Kami, fulfilled na kami. In 2006, I became the first Mindanaoan President of the Fraternal Order of Eagles by accident. I said I became the first Mindanaoan President by accident because I went to join the National Assembly. I just wore my t-shirt, Fraternal with a mark, Fraternal Order of Eagles. I did not wear my Barong Tagalog, although I brought with it with me. So when I went to the plenary hall, I was met by presidents from Mindanao and the Visayas and asked me, did I bring with me my Barong Tagalog? I said, yes, it's in the room. They said, go back to the room and change your clothes. So I changed my t-shirt to Barong Tagalog. When I went back to the plenary hall, I was nominated there and then to be the national president. I won by a margin of 1 vote only. But mga kuya, mga ate, that cannot be replicated anymore. Because this time you cannot become an officer of a high rank in our fraternal organization if you will not undergo leadership trainings, Rosie and all the rest. You have to undergo all these trainings. Kailangan yan. But you must remember, mga kuya, even if you are just a plain member of this fraternity, remember this. Everybody cannot just overlook the glitter of your person's asset as a good leader. You will always rise above. If you have the assets, you have the qualities, you have the virtues to become a good leader. Mga kuya, alam ko, malapit na, 15 minutes more. Mga kuya, in parting, I would like to leave this quotation to all of you. This is written by an unknown writer, and it says, it goes this way. I shall pass through this world but once. Any good, therefore, that I can do to my fellow being, let me do it now. Let me not defer it, for I shall not pass this way again. Mga kuya, we are called to serve in this fraternity. anything that we can do to the least of our brothers in the community, let us do it now. Let us not defer it for another day, because we will only pass this life but once. And lastly, another quotation from an anonymous writer. It says, "Woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I'll sleep." There are so many things, mga kuya, mga ate, that we are going to do in this life. There are so many temptations around. Worldly temptations, flesh, temptation of the flesh, temptation of all vices. But remember, mga kuya, when you join this fraternity, you have promises to keep to our brothers and to our community, and above all, to our God and country. Thank you very much. And mabuhay ang Agila!